Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater, and Warner's is in a weird position, and I've talked about this quite a bit because I don't know if they know exactly what they're doing. The DCEU is on a good roll right now. Aquaman, Shazam, both great films. The Joker upcoming looks like it's going to be a great film, but they still kind of feel like they're off balance. If I'm being fair, it comes across as being extremely off balance, and one that's unfortunate because this is DC. They've got like a great cast of characters. They've got great villains, great good guys, mostly all Batman. Let's be fair. Their best stuff is all Batman. But one of the things that they have under their belt, or well, at least they want to have under their belt, more so than Marvel, is a Best Picture winner. Now we know that when it came to the Oscars this year, they gave it. They had Black Panther nominated for Best Picture, which was an absolute joke. It was a slap in the face to the Oscars, even though the Oscars generally suck as it is. We all know that it was just done for political purposes. We all know that it was done because they just wanted to give the movie the award. I mean, they went as far as wanting to create a special most popular film award, and everyone was like, "Just give it to Black Panther. We already know you're going to. Why even bother?" And that was kind of a slap in the face for the Oscars. But Kevin Feige, to his credit, man, he played it up hard. He played it up hard. Didn't win. Won one Oscar, I think, for best costuming. But hey, that's one that I do believe that it is ultimately worth. But when it comes to the narrative aspect, the production aspect of these films, obviously they want to win. Which is why The Joker, directed by Todd Phillips here, is being seriously touted around as a contender, as an actual contender. Now, Todd Phillips thinks The Joker can win Venice Film Festival's top prize. Festival director thinks it's headed for the Oscars. This is music to Warner Brothers' ears. They want this because the one thing Marvel doesn't have, outside of a lack of resources, because they've made a lot of money, accolades. I mean, none of their movies have had a Best Supporting Actor win. That would be, obviously, Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight back in 2009. He won for that. And, I mean, posthumously, he won. Still worth it, in my opinion. But they don't have that. Marvel doesn't have that. Marvel wants it. Kevin Feige got a taste. He got a taste of what that life could be. And if he was able to deliver Oscars to Disney over Marvel films, it would be insane. But anyway, Todd Phillips is making that making that play right now. Now it says here, it's still a little bit too early for us to be seriously thinking about next year's Oscar ceremony, but it's apparently not too early for Venice Film Festival artistic director Alberto Barbera. In a recent interview, he says Todd Phillips, I don't know what that accent was, I apologize, upcoming Joker movie is the most surprising film at this year's festival, predicts that it will go straight to the Oscars, and explains how Phillips himself is confident the movie can win the Golden Lion, which is the top prize. Now, in an interview, Barbera said that it's rare for a major studio like Warner Brothers to debut one of its big films in competition at a festival like this, especially a movie based around a comic book character. But I think you have to understand, though, is that this character, this piece was created as a character study. It was always going to be that type of drama. It's coming out right in Oscar season. It's a mixture of Scorsese. It's got Kings of Comedy built in, but other aspects as well. Or the King of Comedy. And it feels like it's an award movie. That it's a filmmaker driven comic book adaptation that, by the way, follows nothing to do with the comics, according to Todd Phillips, and is being crafted as pure, unadulterated Oscar bait. Now, this is what he says. He says, yes, as usual, they wanted to be in a more protected situation, as with The Stars Born last year, which launched out of competition. But then director Todd Phillips says, I don't care if I run the risk of not winning. Why shouldn't I go in competition when I know what I've got on our hands? Now, Phillips is a good director. I like the guy quite a bit, so I want to see what happens here. Going on to say, this is Barbera, I have to say Warner's was convinced pretty rapidly because it's a really surprising film. It's the most surprising film we've got this year. This one's going straight to the Oscars, even though it's gritty, dark, violent. It has amazing ambition and scope. And then the question becomes, could it? Could it actually win? Could it win? Well, we don't know yet. We haven't seen it. But just based upon the trailer alone for Joker is going to get it in the door at a lot of these places, right? If they're going to premiere it at the Venice Film Festival, Clearly, it's going to hit all the other ones. Clearly, it's going to go right out there for award season. And if it does well with fans, there's going to be a big push, because even when Heath Ledger passed away, and everyone then 6 months down the road after he unfortunately passed watched The Dark Knight, the word coming out of that was, dear God, he was great. He was fantastic. He deserves the Oscar. And that got the Academy talking, and that got the buzz going. And then Warner Brothers launched a good campaign in order to make it happen. Because really, it was between Heath Ledger and Robert Downey Jr. For Best Supporting Actor that year. I think had Heath Ledger not died, I might have edged it right over to Downey Jr. Just because Tropic Thunder is perfect beyond a measure, in my opinion. So there's that. But Todd Phillips can craft a good dark comedy. Put on top of that a fantastic character study. You're looking at Oscar bait. There's no other way to describe it. There's no other way around it. This is where it's at. This is what they're going for. But anyway, I'll leave it to you. Your thoughts, your opinions on this one. Do you feel that this is going to be big? It's going to be small? I want to hear your thoughts. Does it have a shot? Can it be a contender? Can it? I want to know. Let me know down in the comments. Also, slap on a like if you like the video. If you got this far, slap on a like. Let's try to get it to 200. I had a good response yesterday. Let's try to get it to 200. And then you can always check back for more content from me. So I appreciate that. Have yourself a great day, guys. And as always, I'll see you at the movies. Because this is one I don't think you can really miss. But anyway, have a great day and peace out.